What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. In today's video we're going to be checking out this 2026 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. This one's finished off in tactical green with a $47,000 MSRP. Now we have 6 grand in options. We have the Nismo wheels, they're beadlock capable, front and rear upgraded suspension, frame sliders, exhaust. So this one's actually sitting closer to $55,000 with all these Nissan accessories. So it's a fully loaded Pro 4X. What do you guys think? This is really a truck in itself. It doesn't have what all the other trucks have, which are turbo 4-cylinders. So we have a normal V6. Honestly, we've seen trucks like this for the last 20 years. So it's nice to see actually a brand new old school truck. So for the Frontier, we get a 3.8 liter naturally aspirated V6. It makes 310 horsepower with 281 pound-feet of torque. Got a 9-speed automatic. Also has a 4-wheel drive system. Payload is 1,200 pounds, curb weight is 4,900 pounds, towing is even 6,700. And then we have a 21.1 gallon fuel tank, and you're gonna expect 16 miles per hour in the city with 20 out on the highway. Now for the styling, not really too new. It's been around for a couple years, a couple tweaks on the 2026, like just the front bumper, and then this whole new accessory option is a nice added bonus. You have a cool set of LED headlights with these running lights, dark housing, cool trim design, LED fog light, this metallic black throughout the entire front end, silver trim front camera, and then a lot of openings to provide cooling. We have orange recovery hooks, got a nice small skid plate underneath as well. It's a good looking truck, really just a timeless looking mid-sized truck. You have some sharp body lines throughout the hood, and then plastic black for the fenders, and then a cool set of Nismo wheels. They're 17-inch diameter. We have this beadlock ring that is removable, and you have the all-terrain tires. You're gonna get the forged aluminum upper control arms, and then of course the full upgraded suspension that can raise us about a 2-inch lift if adjusted correctly. Got these nice powder-coated frame sliders throughout the side, body-colored handles and mirror caps. Got your camera underneath, all black trim, a small sunroof up above, and then the button as well to lock and unlock it. We have the shorter wheelbase, full 4-door, so it has a very proportional style to it. This tactical green looks really good in the sunlight. You have a cool, kind of a pearl metallic to it, so it's actually a really nice color. Got your Pro 4X badge, and then the Nismo catback exhaust system. We also have the body colored bumper caps, parking sensors, trailer hitch, receiver, and then you also have your plugs. You got Frontier written out, Pro 4X, cool looking tailgate design. And then for the bed space, we have a soft open for the tailgate, full spray and bed liner. We have a couple different hooks. We have these aluminum rails with adjustments, and we have an LED light and a power outlet. Not too heavy, super easy to close up. Cool design on the LED taillights, fuel cap over on the driver's side. It's a nice looking truck overall, can't really complain. Now for interior space on the back, we have a charcoal leather interior. You have this soft touch material throughout the doors, and then this kind of a carbon fiber looking trim, perforations with a really unique pattern to it, and we have cup holders and an armrest. This can seat 3 people. We have a manual sliding rear glass. You can also pull these up, get some cargo space, and then we have a little handle down here, and we can see the subwoofer on this side. It's all storage underneath the other side, so at least they have the split, which is a really cool touch. Then we're gonna just get a couple plugs and 1 storage bin. Now with a rear-facing car seat, this is still a small mid-sized truck, so they're not that big. It's a little cramped sitting up there, but it is doable. Sitting in the back at 5'11", I have the driver's seat at my height. I am really straight up with the backrest. The seat feels pretty low. This, I would say, is the most compact back seat in the game. Ford Ranger is the best by far. Tacoma and General Motors mid-sizes are decent. This, I just feel a bit on the cramped side. It's doable. Again, none of them are amazing, but definitely I would love some recline to this backrest. I just feel very straight up, just a little on the cramped side. As we make our way to the front, you're gonna get more of this soft touch material, the orange accents, Fender audio system, all of our controls, power seats as well, which is a nice touch. And then we have that cool design all throughout these seats. You got a 4-spoke design on the leather steering wheel, and then hopping inside, we can fire it up. Got the V6 roaring to life. Cruise controls on the right with forward pacing. And then we have screen controls, audio, and voice commands. We have the steering wheel stalk on the right for windshield wipers, headlights and turn signals on the left. And then for the screen, we have the analog tach and speedometer. Again, very simple. And then we can scroll through a lot of information. We have all sorts of gauges. You can view all sorts of vitals within the car. So it's nice and simple, kind of gives you everything you need. Got a couple gauges as well for vitals, 4-wheel drive system. And then we have our tow mode, interior lighting, power outlet, and sounds. Cargo lamp, locking differentials way down here, as well as our traction control. One of your air vents, and then just a texture black up above with a storage bin. We have some soft touch right here with stitching, a lockable glove box. And then this updated screen is very large, however, it's pretty much still the same old screen. This is really just a clock, a couple things pop up, so it's not really utilizing the whole screen. CarPlay, I believe, is full screen, which is nice, but everything else is just kind of the basic old school design we've seen for years. So I would like to see the new software in the newest Nissans and Infinitis. I think that'd be a great touch. For the camera, it's a little blurry, got some small depictions, but you can see pretty much everything in the car. Reverse, of course, your backup camera all pops up. Underneath all that, we have these shortcuts, volume, the name Frontier written out, 4-wheel drive selection over here with all of our climate controls. You have a plug, more plugs down below, heated seats and steering wheel, and then more storage. You have these cool grab handles with the soft touch material, and then we're gonna get drive modes right here for off-road as well as the on-road. And we have cup holders, wireless charging, and then a decent amount of storage. Got some padding on the armrests, and then another look at everything. So cool spec for sure, going fully loaded. You have the small glass up above. You have the button right here. You can configure all of that. And then we have our dome lights, a nice size sunglass holder, and garage door buttons underneath the mirror. All right, so setting off now in the Frontier. So obviously can't go too crazy off-roading, but at least a little look at this bump with this driveway. Cameras are a little fuzzy, so it's kind of just to give you a decent idea, obviously, but still gives you a little bit of a look around. The suspension is pretty good for hitting little bumps. We have off-roaded with these in the past, and they're actually pretty capable. Just stock, they do need to lift. So this kit, based on what the info says, if you lift this up to about a 2-inch lift, you know, you're gonna be pretty capable for a lot of obstacles. And given we have just a normal engine and transmission and the whole 4-wheel drive system, it is a very capable off-roader, just needs that extra ground clearance from the stock configuration. First thing you're gonna notice driving this, the steering is really heavy compared to every other truck in this class. Especially slow speeds, you really gotta muscle it a little bit. However, what that does translate to is a more dynamic drive day to day. Hitting big bumps like that, the suspension absorbs it really well. The only thing you're hearing rattling is just the car seat. We do have this squished a little bit when we were sitting in it the other day. But overall, it does tackle bumps really nicely. And then getting up and going, pedal to the floor. It's not bad. You definitely have to wait for the engine to build up speed to get moving. When you compare this to the turbocharged trucks that are in this segment, similar price point, they're a lot more punchy because you have the low end instant torque. So this engine, you definitely have to use the whole rev range and get to redline to get all the power out of it. I do like how more zippy the 4-cylinder turbos honestly feel than this, but this is still just as fast overall, big picture. The Nismo exhaust sounds really good. You know, my brother had an 07 Tacoma and then a 2017 Tacoma. Both of them with exhausts are very similar to this truck. So it's kind of nice to be in a new truck that honestly is very similar to a 20-year-old Tacoma in the sense of it's just an old school simple truck. Has that same V6 for the most part, the same tone. It's just a nice basic powertrain to drive. Overall driving, once you're up and cruising, it's pretty comfortable. These off-road tires, you do hear just slightly, and it does translate to a little bit of input in the steering wheel when you're out on the highway, above 70 particularly. So not exactly the setup if you're just daily driving it, obviously. I did use this truck to haul some heavy items in the back, even a whole new door for my house. As expected, it does that easily, and the built-in hooks are all nice to use. Visibility is all pretty good too. Really no complaints there. Every truck is nice over the right and left shoulder. So it's a good, simple truck. I wouldn't say there's anything crazy fancy or flamboyant about it, but this is the truck for the buyer who isn't into all these new 4-cylinders, the giant tablet screens, and the really expensive price tags. While this one does have some expensive options, you know, you can get into a Frontier under 50 grand very well equipped. So it's a very cost-effective truck to just get something simple, something you've been familiar with for 20 years, especially with the drivetrain layout. Build quality is pretty good. Overall, everything is pretty durable feeling. And I really don't have any major complaints. I think this is just a different buyer than particularly what I'm liking with like a new Tacoma, but this is for the buyer who just wants a simple old school truck with something that's going to last long. We know this engine will last forever. A V6 is easy to maintain. Other things when you're driving it, you're not really going to hear any wind noise or anything like that. And like I said, the steering is very direct once moving. Just slow speeds, it's a little cumbersome if you're backing out, in and out, where you're turning a lot. It just gets a little annoying sometimes. But again, this is more of a mechanical truck than the modern vehicles with just the old school simplistic design of it.